Dear friends, today we will learn about the Chandrayaan-3 project, which was taken very seriously and also very prestigiously by the government of India. Especially the ISRO scientists have launched successfully on July 14th Chandrayaan-3 project. So before that, there were many scientists who have sent their scientists to study the moon and its gravitational issues. So there were countries like USA and America, Russia and China has already sent their scientists and excavations on the moon by sending some of the scientific innovations on the moon. In the line of these scientists, India also taken very prestigiously and also send scientists and also scientific innovations on the moon. So there were two more scientific innovations which were already sent by the scientists in the name of Chandrayaan-1 and Chandrayaan-2, and which are successful scientific innovations. Now the government of India, especially under the ISRO scientific center, Satish Dhawan Space Center, we have launched a moon pad to the moon on July 14th, which will reach on 24th and 23rd and 24th August. So why this scientific innovation is very prestigious and important? If you ask these questions, there are two important things that has come to your mind. So one is, there is a link between the sending these scientific innovations, a land rover to the moon by the scientists to find out what's happening. So there are two important things that comes to the minds of the ISRO scientists. One is, one of the important scientists who has done scientific innovations in the field of inventing zero by Aryabhatta. He is one of the ancient Indian philosopher, scholar and also mathematician, astronomer and also philosopher who invented the zero. He has not only invented the zero, he has calculated the zero to the power of 35. So his estimations were started with the zero, and then zero to the, he has calculated the hours, has calculated the day, and he has also calculated 15 days, and then calculated the month, and then calculated the year, and also calculated the 10 years and 10 years and then 100 years century. So what we call 10 years zero, then 10 years what we call dasha, 100 years what we call seta, and 1000 years what we call yuga. So these calculations, according to him, he calculated how much time the earth takes by moving around the sun. So he has estimated not only the motion of the earth on par with the sun. So he has also estimated how much time it is taking to reach out all 9 stars. So he has calculated the Milky Way. So to reach the Milky Way, how much time it takes. So there is a scientific innovations between human nature and astrology. He trained in a place called Sri Parvata, which is an university established by Acharya Nagarjuna, who is also a philosopher and invented a tattva philosophy called Sunyata. According to him, Sunyata is a contradiction between the human and nature, and how he forms the certain values, ethics, and how man moves along with the nature. So you want to learn this movement of the man and also movement of the mind. So he was trying to understand the mind mobility in day-to-day life and also time mobility in the nature. So therefore there is a calculations made, the scientific innovations were made by the Acharya Nagarjuna. Based on this, Aryabhatta is the philosopher who has actually calculated and applied mathematical equations to the calculations of the mind and also calculations of the time in the nature. So therefore he has invented from 0 to the power of 35. So when you have calculated from North Pole to the South Pole, so time, if you calculate from North Pole to the South Pole, it takes 12 hours. From South Pole to the North Pole, again it takes 12 hours. So therefore a day completes with 24 hours time. Similarly, this days, if you calculate in 15 days, moonlight begins. So by the time it reaches 15 days, you have a full moon. Similarly, this full moon, he has to calculate this full moon, he has invented a symbol called, they have used a symbol called swastik. Swastik is the symbol to equate from hours to the days to the moonlight, from darkness to the moonlight, what we have called anti-clock swastik. Similarly, they have used another swastik, anti-clockwise swastik. So this clockwise swastik calculates the time from day, moonlight, when it reaches to the full moon, darkness to the full moon. Whereas this is also what he recorded is, this is calculation is based on the earth movement towards the sun. Whereas the other side, we have the calculation made, which is called anti-clock calculation, which is called from moonlight to the darkness. This he has calculated, this he has called the Krishna Paksha in Telugu, which is anti-clock time scale based on the moon rotation. So therefore, like this, he has also calculated how much time it takes to come out from the gravitation forces of the earth and also the other equator, other planet, and then to the moon planet, and then to the Milky Way. So Aryabhatta is the scholar who has actually calculated how much time earth takes time to move in the gravity force from one planet to the other planet and reaches to the Milky Way. He has calculated. Based on this principle, Indian scientists working at the ISRO center, especially the Satish Dhawan ISRO Research Center, recently they have launched Chandrayaan-3 project, which is a very prestigious project. So based on these calculations, the ISRO scientists send the Chandrayaan-3 project to the moon, especially the dark part, south part of the moon. So far the scientific innovations on the moon has done, which is on only in the northern part of the moon, like USA and Russia and Chinese people, they have sent their rovers. Scientific innovations on the moon was only done in the northern part of the moon, where there is a light, whereas the southern part of the moon, which is completely darkness. So now for the first time, Indian scientists sending their Chandrayaan-3 project to the southern part of the moon, which is very prestigious, and also earlier scientific innovations Chandrayaan-1 and 2 proved that there is a water sources available in the moon. So now this project is trying to study the forces or water in the moon. So if this project successfully reaches by August 23rd and 24th, the world will know about a new innovations that Indian scientists are going to introduce. So if we successfully launch this project, we will give you a new innovative information to the world, that the water sources, if this is found, people can found a new planet to live in the solar system. This is about the Chandrayaan-3 project. Thank you for watching this video.